Hello, divine beings, peace, love, abundance, blessings. AstroPapi here, and I just want to give a much gratitude to all of my subscribers, all the people tuning in, all the people vibing and enjoying this content. I am grateful to you, and if you ever have anything you want me to discuss or look deeper into, please let me know. I am here to vibe. I'm here to have a good time with y'all, all right? And this is all about having a awesome, supportive, spiritual community, and may my messages be of support for y'all. But remember that these messages that I get are messages from source and spirit that are helping me out, which then I share onto y'all. So remember that we're in this path together, all right? We are all ascending together. We are all living in our brilliance together. And I want you to remember that you are already perfect. You are already perfection. You have everything that you need in this life to thrive. You just need to remember that, and you need to hone in on that perspective, hone in on that vibration of I am enough, of I am profound, of I am magnificent, of I am powerful, of I am limitless, all right? I am infinite. Start saying those affirmations to charge up your vessel. Remember that affirmations are a way in which we charge ourselves, in which we charge our vibration, and that changes our vortex, that changes our auric frequency, all right? If y'all need a really good person to watch when it comes to manifestation, I would really want y'all to check out Abraham Hicks. But today we're going to do a collective read. I'm going to be using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun Tarot. And if I ever have a video that y'all like, and I forget to mention the deck that I'm using, just write it down in the comments. But let's get right into it. I want y'all to remember that you are beautiful, that you are abundant, and that you are great. And this is a message for the collective. This is a message in which I'm hearing from source and spirit that you need to go foolproof into what you desire. You need to stop worrying about how it's going to happen. You need to just take those jumps. Magic is not about knowing how it's going to happen. Magic is having the trust that it's going to be divinely taken care of. When we work with magic, when we work with the occult, when we work with source, when we work with manifestations, we're not doing this alone. We are doing this with source. We are doing this with spirit. We are doing this with the cosmos. We are doing this with the ether. We are doing this with the planets. If you're doing this on new and full moons, then you're obviously using the energy of the moon. And what you have to know is that the divine is on your side. The divine wants greatness from us, because when you are living in your greatness, when you are manifesting all of your dreams, remember that your dreams are simply the roadmap for your higher self to do what its soul mission is. Then when you're living in this, you're operating in the highest vibration of you. And when you're operating in a high vibration, remember that energy is contagious. Bad energy, we all know, can throw us out, throw us up, throw us down, just throw us left and right and sideways. And good energy can really restore us, can really give us a charge, a fire, a passion, a oomph. So what happens when you vibrate in your highest state? Then that energy becomes contagious to others, and that energy manifests as possibility for others. And what I'm hearing is that for those watching this, you have to remember that you are the one in your bloodline who is showing the truth of this, showing the truth of this, showing the truth of will, the truth of thought, the truth of belief, the truth of hope, the truth of faith. And a lot of people will say that manifestation is delusion. And what I'm hearing is that it's up to you what you want it to be. It's really that simple, but yet that profound, where what you believe is what you create. So if it is a delusion for others, remember that this is belief for you. And think about all the successful people who you love and know, your favorite music artists, who were also told that their dreams were delusional. And think of where they are now, all right? And think of the influence they have on you. So what happens when you're living your best life and people who vibrate with you and resonate with you see your story of alchemy, see your story of truth, all right? And we are moving toward the age of mental magic, and this has been defined as mental laws and hermetics, and this is all about what we believe, we become. What we think happens. As above, so below, but as within, so without. Meaning that whatever you believe it to be, it's what will come. And also as above, so below, meaning that there's always a duality in life. Meaning that we are divine, and sometimes we forget that we're divine. We don't always feel divine, and we have moments that are difficult. We have moments that are hard, but we always have to remember that we're still divine in source, all right? And life isn't about having everything perfect. Life is about having the best mindset to connect with everything, having the most openness to everything, all right? I know this is kind of like being a little bit hippie. I know this is kind of being a little bit kumbaya, but what I'm hearing is that all these rituals that we do with candle magic, with manifestation, with working with different beings, with working with different deities and entities, working with different astrological portals that open on certain dates, this is all just alchemy. This is all just tools that we're using to connect with our intentions. We're co-working with universe, we're co-working with source, and source in the universe has so many different faces, bodies, entities, planets, deity names, deity histories, lineages, and still we're fueling our intentions. The candles that we light for our abundance are simply just reminders of what we wish and hope for. And life is really just about centering yourself in your wishes and your hopes, which is why vision boards are so important, because that's the altar to your dreams. That's that visual reminder of what it is that you want. It's as simple, y'all. And I don't know if I talked about it here, but I talked about this on my Instagram lives, and I do Instagram live readings, y'all. If y'all are ever interested, my Instagram is AstroPapi, ASTROPAPI. I'll do some on YouTube eventually, but one time I woke up at 4 a.m. and when you wake up at 4 a.m., remember that 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 4:30 even, is the witching hour. And there could be some profound like insights you get out of nowhere, or like this stream of consciousness that is uninterrupted out of nowhere, and it could be kind of spooky, but also kind of fun at the same time. What I ended up seeing in this vision was myself laying down at 4 a.m. I literally woke up and I looked at the ceiling and I saw a cathedral. And I saw like those Roman cathedral, like, ceilings where it's like all these different like angels, saints hanging out on the clouds, just vibing, chilling. And I kept saying affirmations. And y'all know I really work with the goddess, and I do work with the divine masculine too. But for some reason at that time I was praying to the goddess, asking for abundance, asking for road openings, asking for wealth, asking for all my desires to come forward. And as soon as I was saying all that, I saw the clouds open up in that mural and I saw the sun coming out. But in that same second, as above, so below, I was in the above. I went real down below so quick because I started thinking about everything that pissed me off. I started thinking about people who pissed me off. I started thinking about things that fell out in my life that I wish didn't fall out. I started thinking in that mindset of like, oh, if I could just redo my 20s, I would do this, that, and this, and this, and that, and this, and this. Or if I could just redo my teens. And as soon as I went down there, the sun went out. And in that vision, the clouds start to come and they start to smother me. I start to feel gray. I started to feel rain. And not the good kind of rain, but like just this murkiness, this sadness. And I was told all of this is up to you. And it really is like that, y'all, where we're in the age of mental alchemy and it's all like in a seesaw, and things move up in our favor when we think and believe in our favor, and things move down. And I hate to say this, but what source is telling me to say is that we need to get out of self-victimization, because self-victimization is us not having our power. And this isn't to say that we're not going to acknowledge our pains and the things that we go through in this world, especially when we have institutions that operate under the constraints of oppression, that use oppression to get the most out of people. And this is a succubus incubus kind of system that we're in that just drains our energy. But at the same time, we have to remember that we have so much energy to propel our lives in a different direction. And it's as simple as starting to do scripting. Scripting is when you write down everything that you desire as if it's already happening. So let's say AstroPapi is scripting, right? I would be writing something like, I haven't even used the cards. I would be writing something like, I'm abundant, I'm waking up at my penthouse, I have my personal chef just cooking something for me. I have an appointment at 11 a.m. with my personal trainer. And obviously, I will get into mad random details like I'm working out and I'm on the skyline, whatever it is, right? That's me. You might want to be in a farm. You might want to have your own weed industry. You might want to be a fashion stylist. You might want to be a music artist. You might want to be the next big reader in town, all right? It doesn't matter what it is. The more personal it is, the more detailed it is, the more it is in your favor. and have fun living in your dreams. Have fun living in that fantasy. And when you are in that feeling, you're charging your auric field and you're allowing this to now become a possibility for source. And remember that your circumstances do not define you. You are so much greater than you are in this moment, and you should never determine your worth based on one single point in time. Because as we know, things go up and things go down. It's more so of that whole thread that is our worth. All those changes, all those transformations, all the things that we do to alchemize ourselves forward. So this isn't about the pain that you have gone through. This isn't about your hardships. This isn't about circumstances that you were born into. This is about what you did with all of that. That makes you you. All right? This isn't even about what you would call a failure or a mistake. This is about how do you move forward from that? How do you get up from that? How do you shift that story? All right? And that's why I really, really love connecting with the Orisha. And I have a video on connecting with the Orisha. I'll do more if y'all want me to. But the Orisha in Yoruba culture were divine beings who lived as people and then became something beyond human. But these were beings who lived on this earth and who made mistakes and who learned from their mistakes. And when you look at certain deities and the stories of them, you know that they all come from difficulties into positions of victory. And it's all about will, it's all about fate, and it's all about determination. Okay, let me pull some cards, and I hope this is like a good reminder for y'all that mindset truly is everything. And you know, it's something where I've had to start like, y'all, I got a whole dry erase board. I've been writing affirmations for myself, and make it fun, make it about you. Like, write it like how you would write it. Don't write it like anybody else. So I write things like, I'm a rich ass mofo. Like, obviously that's something I would just casually say, so what's good? Oh my gosh, the cards be falling out. Excuse me. The first card that we have is status, and this is all about how you see yourself. This is about moving into a position of royalty, even setting affirmations as to, I'm royal, I'm divine, I'm beautiful, I'm great, I'm magnificent, I am deserving of luxury, I am deserving of wellness, I am deserving of health, I am deserving of love. I'm looking at the crown, and this is also ruled by the number 2, and it makes me think of the second house in tarot, which is our abundance. So if you ever look at your second house in tarot, that's all about your money, but it's also about your self-worth and how your self-worth actually is connected to how you get your abundance, how you get your wealth. The second card that we have is the 12th number, which would be the 12th house vision. And this is all about believing in something bigger. This is all about a new change, a new beginning, a new reset. But this comes when you let go, when you transcend, meaning that you remember again that it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where you grew up from. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't even matter what your bank account or how you feel right now. It doesn't matter what any of that looks like. What matters more is what can you believe is possible. And just say these things and say these things and say these things. It's not about faking it till you're making it, but it's more about allowing these conversations within yourself to continue until some programming takes place, because we're always being programmed, whether it be through music, through social media, through TV. Like, y'all ever be like, I don't know, playing Grand Theft Auto, playing those shooting games, playing those fighting games, you'll be watching reality TV, and now you're feeling a little bit more aggressive, all right? That's some subconscious programming. That's some subliminal programming. So what happens when you put media around you, content around you, affirmations around you, vision boards around you that are fueled by faith, that are fueled by joy, are fueled by possibility? Now your mind and your subconscious gets programmed to believe in such things as that. The next card that we have is the 6th number, which is criticism in this card. So this is talking about, 6 in the 6th house is pretty, in astrology, is pretty much like our work life, our day-to-day, our routines. And I'm just getting this energy of like, are you going to surrender to criticism? Are you going to surrender to your division, your vision, your definition of success being defined by somebody else? Success for you is going to look very different for success for me. Success for somebody who wants to travel the world is going to look different than success for somebody who wants to own a house. All is about what you want, and all is about what you desire, and all is about you. This life is about you. This life is about your vision, not your parents' vision, not your coworker's vision, not your sibling's vision, not anybody's vision except your own, all right? I hope that this video is a service. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe if it is. And lastly, we have the one card, which is the first house, the story of self, and this says impulsiveness. This is also Aries energy. So, yo, you need to follow your impulse for what you want and stop the stream of consciousness telling you, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. Sometimes it's as simple as like, okay, I need to get a specific candle for abundance, but is it really going to work? Is it not going to work? Is it? Or I want to apply to this specific job, but am I good enough? Is my experience good? But there's people out there who have better experiences. Or I want to go out to this specific event at night, but I have nobody to go with. But is it going to be fun? But I have social anxiety, but I have this. When you have an impulse, just freaking follow it, because that might be source, that might be spirit, that might be your ancestors telling you to do it, especially if it's an impulse for creation. Don't worry about the circumstances. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about the fact that you are a magician in this life. And candles and all that are one part of alchemy. Living your best life, saying affirmations, putting yourself out there, putting yourself at the right spaces, the right places with the right people is also magic, all right? So this is just a reminder for you to live your best abundant life, and I hope that this video was a service. If it was, please let me know in the comments below, all right? This is AstroPapi. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. If you want to follow me on social media, how to do so is on the about below. If you want a reading, how to do so is also in the about below. And if you would like to leave a tip. I don't know why I said if you like to live. If you like to live abundantly, then please leave a like. But also, if you would like to leave a tip or a donation, how to do so is on the about below. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great, y'all.